What is Water Justice Alliance?
Well, the Water Justice Alliance is just an alliance of people and students and communities from around the world coming together to help provide clean water.
And how do you go about providing clean water?
Well, it's a two-step process. First is advocacy and awareness. In America, we're blessed to be able to open our faucet and have clean water right away. But in a lot of other countries, people only get about 5 liters of water a day. That's if you're lucky. So letting people know is the first step. After that, it's pretty easy. Once people know that other people are suffering around the world, they're more apt to donate money towards funding the filters. People jump in and they offer their help. There are different connections and networks you can kind of plug into, and they really help facilitate getting these filters over there. Thus far, we've had a lot of people help out with like shipping, students across countries, things like that.
Okay, so what countries are you providing water for?
Well, we take a strong focus in Latin America and Haiti, specifically like Haiti and the Dominican Republic, because we have students over there that we can work with.
What diseases are caused by water contamination?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of different diseases. There are 36 really big ones, and I know about 5 of them off the top of my head.
Okay.
I'll name you a couple, which is like cerebral malaria, regular malaria, typhoid, dysentery, which is pretty much diarrhea.
Yeah.
Those are pretty much the most prominent. Cholera is a really big one out in Haiti right now. It's an epidemic of it.
How are you working with the international students?
Well, we work with the international community really easily because of the CAS program. The CAS program is the Cooperative Association of Scholarships for States. It's a Georgetown-sponsored program, and they sponsor Latin American students to come to America and study for 2 or 4 years. These are the best and brightest business students around the country or around their countries. At RCC, we had 25 Latin American students come out and study, all females, and they had to develop a service project that benefits their community. The whole idea is that when people graduate college in these countries, they usually leave the country for better jobs, and they don't end up benefiting the people that are really impoverished, the families they came from, and the country just continues in that cycle of poverty. So with them developing these programs, they really get to give something back to the community, and we get to help them because we've developed a project where the community gets to survive with clean water.
Okay.
So their project became our project, and we shared money.
How did you raise the money? What events have you done?
Well, we've hosted several events around campus. We went to other colleges and did things. I know LIM in the city, they had a leadership summit where they asked me to come out, become the president at RCC. And during my presentation, I just let them know that we had the Water Justice Alliance. I had a whole presentation about what the diseases are, what we're doing, and how other students can help. We've had movie events. I think the 2 bigger ones were For the Love of Water, Flow. It's a movie, it's a documentary on water privatization and how it harms people internationally. And then Tapped. Tapped is a movie about water privatization with bottling water and how that affects or harms communities internationally or even in America. We've held different events with Rotary, Rotary of New City, Rotary of Pearl River. We have Rotary actually gave me the International Service Award for my efforts on water and our group, and they donated $750 just from the Rotary of Pearl River. I know New City is donating $500, and there's different organizations that are willing to kind of chip in like that. The State University of New York, SUNY, actually Student Assembly endorsed the Water Justice Alliance last semester, and that's big because you have 469,000 students supporting you. Georgetown's endorsed it. I know schools around the country have supported us. Going to other conferences like the Clinton Global Initiative, where only 1,000 students from around the world get selected to go. It's helped us kind of broaden our network, and we have students from California working with us on how we can do this and do it more effectively with different filters, things like that.
All right, so how are you going to purify the water?
Well, last semester we had a relationship with Pure. Pure is a cooperation that actually pretty much cut us the even price of their products, water powders, and we delivered, I think, 420 satchels to Haiti and the Dominican Republic last semester with that. This semester we're working with a company based in India. They delivered Tulip water filters.
What is that?
These are gravity filters. The way it works is there's a hand pump. You pump the pump twice, and it pulls the water through gravity into a ceramic filter, and that element actually purifies the water right there. It takes out specifically cholera, malaria, and typhoid, and dysentery, and then it takes it into a little piece of silver is impregnated into the ceramic, so that we prevent the risk of reimpregnation of the or reinfection of the disease at hand. And then that water comes out. It takes about 7,000 liters in a year, 366 days, and it's good for one person for the year. That's the one we're working on right now this semester. Next semester we're looking at a relationship with UNICEF and a stronger relationship with the Clinton Global Initiative University. Through those, we're hoping to find more sustainable ways. The students that we're working with in UCSD and San Diego, we're working together on creating our own filter, which kind of helps with irrigation, electricity, and purifying water. We're hoping to use rainwater to do all this.
All right, and how much does this cost? Like
the ceramic filter?
Yeah.
That filter actually costs $14, but we're working with a company in India to try and get it slimmed down to about $7, which is the at-cost price.
Okay. And I know that you were doing an event beforehand, trying to raise $5,000.
Yes. Well, that's just been a semester goal.
Oh, semester goal.
We're looking at raising $5,000 so we can send a bunch of these filters over there. I know the 750 bought around 53 filters at $14, so it should buy around 106 at $7. That's just kind of like a small image of what we can do.
Yeah.
The metrics of it, we can really impact specific slum villages in Haiti with these filters. If we could send over 100 at a piece, it can really change the lives of people, because all these diseases are preventable, and I think that's the biggest thing. If you could prevent something that kills somebody, why wouldn't you do it? Especially when $7 to us is pretty much a burger and fries with a drink.
Yeah, very true. So, I know that's like a kind of a short-term goal, but what is your long-term goal for the organization?
Organizationally, I think we really want to polarize students towards seeing what happens abroad. Most of the countries around the world, the impoverished ones, live off less than $2 a day, and it's really important because we kind of throw those around. You can spend $2 on almost anything these days, and we just want our students as Americans to kind of realize the liberties that we've had and the price that other people had to pay for us to get them. There's a difference between different countries, and when we look at different countries and cultures, we have to respect those cultures. Now, there's one story where a really rich philanthropist went into Africa and he tried to benefit the community over there by installing toilets. Well, the toilets were installed and somebody got sick, so the chief of the village told everybody that they can't use their toilets anymore, and the people at the toilets were like, bad. There's another story where a big company went in and tried to install water that's privatized, but it was clean. The people were very excited about it, but when the company went back and after they installed this big pipeline, nobody was using it and people were still dying from the diseases. When they asked the community members why, they said that it's because the company actually installed it over the ancestral burial grounds of people.
Oh, wow.
So they would never walk towards it. So it's a lot of like cultural value in these and traditions. People aren't used to privatized water. They're not used to like buying bottled water. If you go abroad and you check the prices on some of these people's water, they're paying double what we're paying for a gallon of water. So of course they're going to go to those little like mud holes and try to drink that water. Now what we could do is, as students, come together across the country, even across the world like we're doing right now, and just try to facilitate for them to have something to purify that mud water and help them survive.
Wow, that's amazing. Any last words?
Not really. I think from this documentary, I hope it's shared around with people, and I hope students see the power of collaboration and the change that we can become. I think students have led changes. I think when Vietnam War was happening, students really pushed the envelope on stopping that, and different things with administration or the presidencies of our country, anything we've seen. It's been really powerful what students can do, and students coming together have really impacted our national environment and what we are today. So I hope students feel inspired or motivated to make a change. If it's not water, it can be a lot of different things. So I hope it's just making a change to make a difference, or making a choice to make a difference or a change.